China world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun. Here at Where Media Meets Studios, conjunction with VJ TV, Farrell Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions. It's happening. It's Friday, August 8th, 2025. Summer's ringing. Uh, Camouflage ain't gonna be here with us tonight, so shout out to him. I'm gonna let my co-host introduce himself as always.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy Pharaoh, aka Pharaoh Films, and once again we're in the building.
It's been an interesting week. How your week been, bro?
I got some really bad news last night.
Oh,
One of my young folks, Lonnie Fritz, aka Dog Boy, lost his battle with mental health last night, and unfortunately, they wasn't able to revive him. But I just want to say, man, y'all check on y'all peoples, especially your young folks, because he was one of them dudes that could best be fearless,
mm-hmm.
don't give a fuck. But sometimes, unfortunately, with us young black men, fearless and I don't give a fuck is actually a mask for I don't care about myself or I damn near have a death wish, and those are all signs of depression. So sometimes we attribute positive qualities, like dude ain't scared of nothing, this and that, right? So we attribute that to he a soldier,
Right.
he a rider. Well, really, self-preservation is the strongest instinct.
True that. True that.
So if you see a person consistently in their life having a pattern where they go against self-preservation, that's a person who has there's a dysfunction there. That means that this person doesn't really care about themselves. And why wouldn't you care about yourself unless there's some underlying issues? So, and sometimes we treat the symptoms,
Mm-hmm.
but the root cause, like if somebody's doing drugs, drugs ain't really the issue. It's the why are you doing the drugs? What's the trigger? What is the thing? Are you trying to harm yourself? Are you poor impulse control? Like I said, it's we only see symptoms when we deal with people, and sometimes some of the symptoms that young black men show that from a clinical point of view, that's depression.
Mm-hmm.
That's a person who doesn't feel their worth, so they're willing to crash out over anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually attribute something like that's positive. He a rider, but in reality, that's really a cry for help. So you know, rest in peace to the homie. And but for those that are still here living, if you got a young cousin or a nephew or somebody like that, and they on a crash out path, and even though it might be getting glorified to them by others, stop and say, if nothing else, you can't save the world. I understand that, but sometimes all it takes is for her to say, "Hey, what's going on with you? Don't you care about yourself? You don't care about why don't you care about yourself? Why don't you care about your future? What's going on?" I ain't saying you gotta be no therapist. I ain't saying you gotta analyze. You gotta suddenly become someone's guardian angel and protect them from all their bad decisions at the expense of living your own life. I'm just simply saying sometimes just that little bit of, hey, you need somebody to talk to. I'm here. What's going on? Just that little bit of effort can make such a difference in a person's life, especially if you see a person on one of them paths.
Right.
Because certain things, like I said, self-preservation is the strongest instinct. And when you see a person able to go against self-preservation, there's something going on there. Like in animals, an animal, if it's trapped, will gnaw off its own arms sometimes.
Wolf will chew a foot off to get out the trap.
Because so that's all I want to say. I just want to say that rest in peace, and we say it all the time. Oh, check on your folks, this and that. But no, for real,
Check on your people.
check on because especially, and I'm not saying the sisters don't need help, but when you get a brother that's out here in that range between 25 to 35, that's one of our most vulnerable ranges because we're supposed to be having degrees and we're supposed to be accomplished. We're supposed to be doing this and that. And sometimes in life, you're falling short, so you're depressed. Uh, your woman sometimes can act like they just tolerating you. Uh, you know, it's like the whole world. Sometimes when you're in that age range, it can feel like the whole world is showing its ass to you.
Right.
And so when you see somebody in that age range, it could be so powerful and uplifting to them just to let if you just let them know, hey, I care.
Right.
Are you are you okay? And
And to hear.
that's not saying you have to enable their actions or you suddenly, oh man, now I got to be responsible. But no, just be like, hey, let them know there's a better way, and maybe we could save a life or we could change the course of a life. So
True that.
rest in peace. Y'all, I mean, the music celebrates the crash outs. The movies celebrate the crash outs. Everybody want to be this bad Leroy Brown ass motherfucker, and we act like this is some great thing, but that's really an unnatural state to be in. So when you see somebody in that state, try to help. Rest in peace, man, to Lonnie, man, to Dog Boy, man. That's I'll see you at the crossroads, man.
Condolences to his family, as we said, man. And for real, check on your peoples.
Mm-hmm.
You might, like you said, you can check on somebody. You can just be like, hey, man, what's up?
Yeah.
Thought about you. You good? I've done that, and people been like, people hit me back like, all right, man, good looking,
Right.
or saying, we especially as melanated men, we
hey, Lori,
we the world, we already got 50 million billion things going against us.
Yeah. Like I said, it can sometimes seem like the whole world is showing its ass to you.
Yeah, and we already got it. We got to be brave. Boys don't cry, and all that. But you can cry in the car, fellas.
You got to be damn near. You got to, on one hand, you got to walk out the door willing to take on the world, fight to the death. But on the other hand, you can't be if you're too aggressive or you not. They want to lock you away, or people say they're afraid of you or something.
Right.
But if you don't got this hard edge, or if you're not willing to battle, then you soft. It's like
everybody want to take advantage of you, take your kindness for weakness. It's like you got to find a middle ground in this ungrateful ass world.
And unfortunately, for a lot of the brothers and sisters too, when you do find that middle ground, when you do get that maturity, you done already had 2-3 kids that's now a teenager, and you got a distance with them because you got an adversarial relationship with their baby mama. You might got an assault record or something like that, so you kind of can't get a cool job. You've been in dysfunctional aspects with your whole family, so you might not have your education or trade. So when you do realize, hey, I can do better, you don't have the means in place to execute better. So guess what happens? You fall into the rut. But now it's even worse because you in this rut and you back in your old life, but you know better. So it's nothing more frustrating than doing bad when you know you could do better. See, a lot of us, when we have a certain age, we don't know no better. So shit don't bother us. We go eat off the dollar menu. We only got $2 in our pocket. We go eat the dollar menu and Jack in the Box, and we're quite fine. Let me have $2 in my pocket right now. I'll fuck around and get a ski mask because I need ribeyes. I can't eat Jack in the Box. I gotta know. I got kids that's gonna call me and say they need this and that, and I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I ain't got it."
Right.
So guess what?
I gotta make it happen.
Even though I'm old, I can barely walk. I know better. I'm gonna make some shit shake. So that's why I work so hard right now and stack and do what I gotta do, so I don't never put myself in no position where I gotta be a crash dummy.
Right.
You know what they say? I'll do whatever necessary, so don't let the necessary occur. But unfortunately, Unfortunately, like I said, and I'm not gonna just act like the sisters just got it sweet, but some of us brothers out here, man, we gotta tell her, like you said, when we kids, we can't cry. We gotta stand up straight. If a motherfucker, we don't get taught conflict resolution, what we get taught is you better go get on that motherfucking helmet and you better keep swinging till
Don't come back to this motherfucker till you handled it.
Some of us even get told if you don't go out there and whoop him,
I'm gonna whoop you.
yeah. So we don't get no conflict
In
resolution.
front of them.
We get taught you better go hands on. But then when we get a certain age, they charge us with assault and things like that for going hands on. So it's welcome to America. It's a wild contradiction.
Yeah.
So Lamar Russell says wants versus needs.
True that.
Sometimes though those are hard to discern.
That is true. That is true. Because then you get, like you said, if you when you're growing, right, you get comfortable and you should always celebrate yourself. You should always celebrate yourself and don't be shy because you go out and buy and do big purchases. I ain't saying you got to be stunting on people though, but you like shit. I didn't earn this. I didn't went through
right,
and I got this. I feel
it's the
good.
least I can have.
And then you like, man, go back. It's like I was let me correlate this. So, like you said, going back to if we had $2 going on the dollar menu or whatnot. One of the things I'll still do from time to time
Lloyd.
is I'll still eat a peanut butter. I'll still make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
To reminisce, or just you just like them?
It's just man, something quick and easy. It's like man.
I seen on Twitter, you better not eat no peanut butter and jelly. That's poor people food. That's not
right. That's what I'm
we
like.
Grew up on that.
There's certain shit you just don't get me wrong. There's certain shit I'd be like, I ain't fucking with certain shit, but
like I ain't eating no Spam.
Hell nah.
But I used to grow up, that shit is a little bitty, dude.
Nah, I can't do no Spam, no pig feet, none of that shit. But man, you gotta grow. What else been crazy?
Growth and development. Seeing they've been kind of going crazy with this Epstein Island stuff, and apparently they moved old girl to a minimum security prison. That's wild. And and if you ever on YouTube, Google Jasmine Crockett. She's a congresswoman from Texas who is notorious for basically giving the Republicans the business during the hearings and stuff like that. So what the Republicans in Texas have done is they are trying to redraw the districts to basically eliminate her district, because since they can't beat her and they can't silence her on the microphone, they are literally going to eliminate her district. And somebody pointed something out. Texas is a red state. It always goes to the Republicans. But it's actually 8 million registered Democrats in Texas and 6 million Republicans. If the districts wasn't drawn up the way they is, Texas would go Democrat every election cycle. And the reason why that's very crucial is what saves the Republicans in each and every election is they sometimes pull Florida and they always pull Texas. If the Democrats was to pull Texas, Democrat candidates, no matter who it is, Biden, Hillary, Kamala Harris, if they won Texas every year, between Texas, California, and New York, they would literally have 80% of the electoral votes. So the reason why, and people say things like, well, how is some of these Republican presidents winning and they're not winning the popular vote, is through things like that. The Republicans, all politicians play a dirty game. It's a dirty game, period. But in the redistricting and the gerrymandering, what they call it, the Republicans are playing an even dirtier game. And because of certain things, like California has 2 senators. When you start adding up Utah, Montana, Idaho, all them, that gives the Republicans damn near 16 senators to California's 2. And every state needs representation, but the population of the Bay Area not even counting Stockton, Sacramento, but just the Bay Area
You
itself,
said Bay Area, though, so you ain't the Bay.
is more than the state of Montana, Utah, North Dakota put together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in a position where, and I know we have a representative democracy or whatever, but we're really in a position that a tiny percentage of people speak for hundreds of millions of people here, and this is an unsustainable system. I'll tell you this: if you don't got a firearm, you need to get one, and you need to start training, because it's going to get to a point where, and I'm not no doomsday dude, but lawlessness and things like that, civil wars and stuff like that, is within the next 20 years is not a far-fetched thing.
Hey, speaking of that redistricting, you know, California's it said if Texas does it, they lining up to do the opposite, do the same thing, where they can wipe out some Republicans.
And New York and Maryland, they both said they're gonna do it too.
Yeah.
Because Maryland said they could very easily redraw their maps, and you won't have a single Republican in Congress. So I'm thinking, like, at the end of the day, and this is what the problem is with the both sides argument, is that, and I know some people don't like lesser evils, but one side is shitty and one side is evil.
How you want
Take your pick. One side is, they're awful people. Another side is fucking Hitler. So, you know, I think if we got to have one or the other, I don't think you want Hitler in charge.
Well, you want to get stabbed in the throat or poisoned while you sleep?
Well, the Democrats are so ineffective, especially some of their policies and stuff and how they pander, that one side is stab you in the throat, the other side is tie your shoelaces together. You're going to fall and be inconvenienced, but at the end of the day, you're going to say, who the fuck tied my shoelaces together? You can keep functioning. Because when they get to doing certain things, like, for instance, I work for the county of Alameda, right? Social services. And some things take a while to say, but right now there's hiring freezes because of federal funding. There's a possibility that they might eventually have to reduce benefits and reduce that, not really be able to pay housing. So right now it won't affect because things are in place. Things are budgeted for 1 to 2 years in advance. But let's say it's year 3 and all of y'all suddenly start losing y'all Section 8. You only get half as many food stamps and this and that. You're going to truly regret not getting involved.
Right, that's true. Because one party will say, we're going to keep you here. You want our handout. The other party's telling you, man, get your ass up and do something.
One party wants to keep you on a plantation. The other party wants to take you out and starve you to death.
And they both meet together and say, yeah, fuck these motherfuckers.
Now, it doesn't actually, and the cold part about it is, it doesn't actually affect people like me and you. Because at the end of the day, we are achievers. We are hard workers. We have assets, things like that, right?
Hey, Angel.
Yeah. So it's hey, what's up, Angel? So some of these things don't affect us, but since we're black men and we are part of the collective, and this is biblical, not Caesar Borgia. This is biblical. What you do to the least of mine, you do to me. And a lot of people don't really, people cherry pick what verses they want, this and that. But no, that's what Jesus said, what you do to the least. So when you are, W.D. Boys believed in a thing called the talented tenth. When you are part of the talented tenth, the 10% of people who are above average, you do have an obligation to reach back on some level.
True.
And, hell, volunteering at the school, be a big brother, do something like that. Do something. Do something to help out the cause.
You got to. You got to take care of the hands that take care of you.
On a more positive note, though, I believe, we got a lot of They got the Outside Lands Festival over there in San Francisco this
that's
week.
cranking. Yeah.
Doja Cat is gonna be headlining. Dolce. Then I'm still not convinced if she an industry plant or not. I like her music, so I see the talent in her, but I also do see that she's up there getting Grammys and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of what's that boy who was from Chicago a couple years ago. He was winning all kinds of awards. You go on YouTube and Chance the rapper, and all of a sudden he was literally everywhere. And he's a talented brother. The songs was good, but Jesus Christ, this dude is getting more play than Billie Jean, a Thriller. And then you find out that his father worked for Obama and somebody else in his family worked for Apple and YouTube. He said, "Oh, okay, yes, he's talented, but he definitely has a leg up on the competition." And I think with Doechii, we might be looking at something similar because it's good music, but she is literally 300-400 million streams. YouTube videos getting 200 million views. Shit all over the radio, and I know her music because I like that one song. But the average person doesn't even actually know her, and she's doing numbers like Michael Jackson. That's kind of odd. I can't wait till, since we right here in Silicon Valley, till one of these Bay Area rappers finally get somebody in the industry, just plug them in like that.
Let's wait for it.
Hey, Shantae.
Shantae, I hope you're doing good. Speaking of the music, I seen that BET is they postponed the BET Awards, or no, the Hip Hop Awards, and was it the BET? Yeah, they two
BET
awards.
And the Soul Train Awards.
Oh, Soul Train Awards, that's what it was. Yeah, the Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards is finito.
Well, to be honest, first off, you got Fat Joe as the host. And a lot of people follow Twitter and stuff like that. And if you follow Twitter, then you'll see that Fat Joe and several other artists like himself are really very insulting to black people on there. And, who invented hip hop and this and that, right? So I know that he turned off a lot of black viewers. And not only did he turn off a lot of black viewers, I can't think of the last time he had a hit. So you got a unpopular man standing up here who's shitting on black people at the BET Awards. So you got an unpopular man up here, and then you got artists being featured like the girl we mentioned, Doechii and stuff like that cats like us don't even know. So there's nothing to appeal. So apparently the viewership dropped by like 80%. Since
I
3 years ago.
I stopped watching that shit a while ago. I was like, I just wasn't feeling it.
So I be on Twitter real heavy. And so they had Kai Cenat did an interview, and he said basically he don't respect black Americans. So he's a Caribbean-based cat, and he said black people in America don't have no culture. You know that old argument, we don't know where we from, we ain't got no power, we're Katas or whatever, right? And he said we don't got no culture, and basically, even though he's dressed head to toe like a
hip hop video.
Yeah. And so basically, if they was having the Jewish awards, if a person got on Twitter or some large social media platform and said bad things about the Jews, they're not gonna be at the Jewish awards being featured. And so you had Kai Cenat as the featured person on the red carpet on BET, and Fat Joe as the host.
Right.
And not trying to be too woke or anything like that, but you had two people who basically shit on black Americans in the forefront of an event that's supposedly centered around black Americans, and that's just
spitting in the wind.
But the flip side to that is that we don't even know who owns BET now. We know. I mean, as far as like we know exactly, but we like it's some faceless corporation now. Mm-hmm. So they obviously had somebody who was either very clueless
or very intentional.
See, that's why I can talk to you because you can see the parts that niggas don't see.
Yeah, very intentional.
A lot of accidents and a lot of things that go on in government, politics, entertainment. A lot of things that go on that seem like, wow, that guy really screwed up. Nobody fucking screwed up. That was the intention.
Exactly. Switcheroo.
Just like in the crack era. They let the crack go through.
Exactly.
So they can then come and put in these draconian sentences, militarize the police and stuff like that. And people say, why would they want to do that? They're building
control you, man.
In the state of California in the last 40 years, California has built 2 universities, UC Merced and Cal State. I want to say Stanislaus. California's built 2 universities in 40 years. Now, how many prisons has California built? And you think it's an accident that the incarceration rates are off the chart? Because somebody in some of these towns here in California, especially these rural towns, their whole economy is based off the prison. Everybody that lives in the town works at the prison. The hotels are filled with people who come to visit the prison. The restaurants are filled. The city police is writing people tickets for driving through. The local dairy farmers and stuff like that going. Like the whole, like in the South and the Midwest back in the days, the whole town worked at the factory.
Yes.
Well, in some parts of California, the factory is incarcerated blacks and browns.
Yes.
And everybody in the town works. So if somebody comes along and says, hey, maybe we shouldn't give these dudes 8 years for weed. Maybe we shouldn't give these dudes all these years. They shout you down because you're going to literally take away the economic viability of the entire town. And the economy will collapse.
Exactly.
Lamar Russell says, conquer and demand. Nothing is done on accident. And that's 100% true.
Facts. Big facts. It's August, so NFL starting.
Shador Sanders is starting tonight.
He threw his first touchdown. I seen it on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. The Raiders played last night. They tied.
How you think they're gonna do this year?
I am, being a diehard Raider fan, I'm always optimistic, but I'm not. You know me. I'm practical. I call shit. I call bullshit. So I just say we'll see. I'm not going to go on a limb. I'm not. O'Connell, the quarterback 12, that motherfucker's trash. Still trash. I still think you're trash.
Well, the other dudes think they got a Super Bowl contender.
Oh, the cranberry and butterscotch?
Yeah, but they don't realize they window closed.
The main reason to go to that stadium is closing. They closing Great America, so shit. How the fuck y'all gonna keep the lights on?
Right. And they saying they can only do so many concerts a year. They gonna suffer.
Y'all fucked up.
So you got September 13th. You got one of the biggest fights in the last few years. You got Crawford versus Canelo.
That's coming.
And it's gonna be at Allegiant Stadium, the Raiders Stadium. That's how big the fight is. It's a stadium fight. It's gonna actually be in the football stadium, not indoors in an arena. So they apparently they've sold 50,000 tickets already. So
yeah, I was thinking about going, but then I'm like,
I already caught my tickets, and guess what, man? I'm spending $280, and I'm damn near on the. If it had a roof, I'd be on the roof where I'm sitting. But I just want to be in. It's nothing like being in the building when there's a big fight. The atmosphere, the outfits, and then you get the. I'm a people person, so. I'm the type of dude, I'll walk up to a cat, man, I'm feeling this fit, this jewelry, get to talking to him, and next thing you know, he get to telling me he the biggest player out of Texarkana, and then he say, man, meet my other partner right here from Chicago, and I literally get to meeting players all across the map, so just being in them type of atmospheres, you might see a cat, man, covered in. You'll see a cat covered in so much ice or some fit that you gotta say, who are you, man? Who are you?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because
somebody.
and one thing I can say about big fight, like I've been to UFC fights, and people say different. I've been to UFC fights and everybody walking around me mugging. Everybody, people bumping, like everybody in hoodies and everybody's like the tension. Everybody like trying. Everything is tough guy. Everybody know how to do an arm bar, and everybody is. But when you go to a big fight, man, cats be there. They got their women with them. They representing, and everybody is like, look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Nobody is trying to fight. Niggas want you to look at. Niggas appreciate if you come over and say, okay, man, you got the coldest spit on out here. So it's a different atmosphere. Even if you go, and I tell anybody, even if you got to be in the nosebleeds, at least once in your life.
I can't do the nosebleeds, but I hear you.
I mean, well, I ain't had no choice.
I
got a group I'm going with, and my plan going into the situation was, I'm finna spend some real bread and be here. But then I found out that I got packaged into a package, and some of them people didn't have the ability so we could all be together.
Right.
We had to get the cheapest seats, which was $280.
Oh yeah, y'all finna be.
But I tell you,
y'all finna have the monocles on.
I tell you, y'all missed a lot of y'all. You're too young. You missed the Tyson era. You missed the Mayweather era. Errol Spence era only lasted so long. Tank Davis era is kind of, they only fight once a year. But I'm telling you, at least once in your life, scrape your bread together, get you a decent seat, and go to a big time championship fight. Because man, our black folks come out. Yes, they do. And if you ain't never been there in person to see it, like if you just watch the pay-per-view or this and that, you don't really see the floor show that goes on with just people walking into the arena. So that's why some people will go to Vegas or wherever the fight is happening at and don't even go to the fight, but they'll come to the arena, come to the weigh-ins, because our people show up.
Yeah, I've been out there in Vegas during Mayweather fights.
Right. So you know the atmosphere.
I've been in the atmosphere. I remember one time it was what was it? It was a fight one weekend and fucking MTV Awards or something was in Vegas. It was back to back.
Okay.
Weekends, and I was there in between. It was like, God damn. It was just so much shit going on. But.
And you meet all kinds of people. Like I went to Mayweather in Hatton, and 10,000 British people flew over and bought tickets. The arena only held 20,000, and it was 10,000 of them. 10,000 of them was the British people. We ended up sitting next to some, and they waving the British flag, this and that, and we laughing at them because Mayweather's put the beats on that boy, right?
He was black.
Dude, let me tell you something. They singing, we laughing. Mayweather ends up knocking the boy out. I'm like, sing to that. Dude said, we came to party, and they went right back to fucking singing. The whole arena is singing, and dude laying on the canvas. And they said, we came to party. And man, I hit the strip with the, put you like this.
They know the party.
I hit the strip with the British soccer team.
Damn.
And I only remember the first 2 hours of the night. Some kind of way that I made it back home safely, but put you like this.
They could drink.
Exactly. Like I said, I don't think I made it to midnight, but some kind of way I got back in at 7. But I say all that to say is that too many of us live a life in this little small radius. Go to the big fights. You see a dude look like you from overseas, walk up to him and say, hey, what's going on? Where you at? Expand your horizon. Expand your life, man. We're only here for a little while, man, but enjoy that time while you're here, man.
For real.
Don't spend it depressed, angry at the world, this and that, man.
Life is to be lived.
Live your life, man, and hey, have a good time, man. And if you in a circumstance where you just can't have a good time, then maybe change the people around you. So go places, meet new people, and have a good time. Glory says, no matter where you are, you in there. Yes, indeed. Because, man, like I said, I'm a people person. I have no problem with walking up to telling somebody, man, you was a See, some niggas don't want to talk to people because I ain't gonna be jocking that nigga, this and that. Man, ain't nothing wrong with telling somebody, hey, I see you, player.
Yeah. I've been riding, and I see somebody in a clean ass car. I'm like, hey, that motherfucking nice, bro. They be like, oh, I appreciate it. Just ain't nothing wrong with giving.
See, the problem is they've lived such average lives that they ain't never walked in with a woman and somebody said, I see your nephew. Or somebody, they ain't never walking down the street. Somebody leaned out the window and said, I see you, man.
Yeah.
See, if you ain't never experienced the joy of somebody saying, I see you. Mm-hmm. If you ain't never done nothing extraordinary in your life where people are like, okay, you did that.
Yeah.
Then you might not understand the significance of it ain't hating to tell somebody that you see them.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, we'll preach brotherhood or this and that, this and that, but then we don't mix and mingle with our brothers and sisters.
Exactly. You walk down the street, that's me. I walking down the street or anywhere. I mean, it's
you ain't no hater.
We make eye contact. How you doing?
Yeah.
What's happening, boss?
The nod.
What's good? And those are two different things. There's an up and there's a down. They mean two different things.
I used to watch Blackish. Mm-hmm. And they actually had a whole episode of that because dude he went to school with his son. And he noticed that his son was walking by all the black dudes. And he said, why you ain't hitting nobody with the nod? And his son was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
The nod is like our universal greeting amongst black men. It could be 500 people there. You see another brother, you hit him with the nod.
Yeah.
So to combat that, he took him to a black barbershop to get his hair cut because he's like, man, you detached from your people.
Gotta bring you up to speed.
Yeah, the nod, the nod, the point. These are all. I don't care if you from Philadelphia. I don't care if you from South Central. I don't care if you from Houston to Oakland. Certain.
That shit is universal with us.
Yeah. You just know that's just a part of the culture, and if you don't know, what's the fuck where you from? London or something?
Get you a motherfucking IV of this game.
Hey, and the more the words are too short. John bought you a ring. Jack bought you a tag. Somebody you announcing this game.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Speaking of too short, but there's some local legends. If you out in Vallejo way, La Russell and E40 and one other big time Vallejo dude is doing a show in Vallejo.
Oh, okay.
And it's supposed to be some big shit. Now, I think E40 probably hasn't actually performed in Vallejo in a lot of years. And La Russell is, the hottest thing out around that way. So it's gonna be a pretty epic show. I like everything. Dude intentionally does only daytime shows. So that the older fans can get back home in time.
Don't gotta be like, I gotta take a nap before I go out.
Right. Like you can literally go to a La Russell show and be home by 7.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Shout out to that brother, man. Positive brother, man, who really be spitting, man. And man, he got a website where you can just make a bid. You want to come to your birthday, like whatever. You just make an offer. I got $800. Come to my son's birthday party. And if he don't got nothing else booked that day, he will literally come.
See, that's what's up.
See, a lot of cats, man, you can't even run up on them and even offer them. I'm like, you talk to my agent, whatever.
Yeah, they want the Heisman to you. Hey.
Speaking of Heisman, tomorrow, Chrissy Cola and Ice Queen new video is dropping.
Sure is.
She's a San Francisco representative, Chrissy Cola, one of the dopest females out. Ice Queen representing the North Pole. That's why she's the Ice Queen. And I've heard snippets of the song. It's dope. And they filmed it at Hyphy Burger over there. So it's man, be on the lookout.
Shout out DJ West Coast. He was in that thing too.
Yeah. Mr. Goddammit was around.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of exciting things happening. So I'm gonna definitely be waiting. They say it's gonna drop tonight or first thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be waiting. I'm gonna repost it till people make me stop because we show support.
We gotta support our people. Yeah. Speaking of what else? Oh, DJ Igor Beats got
what it do
thing tonight too. Second Fridays. It's at I believe the Elbow Room.
Oh, okay. It's a
tonight.
cool venue. Igor's been doing his thing for a long time. Always shows a lot of love to everyone.
Yeah.
If you're an artist, go through there, man. Get your music spun. Support the movement. And speaking of that, also Fab is doing. If you're an artist,
Oh yeah.
he's doing Music Mondays every Monday. So go through there, man. Get your record played. Have a drink. Support. Just
Get your showmanship on. You got to show up to show out. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the artist retreat gonna be coming back soon.
Okay.
And shout out to Tish Bobo.
Oh,
She just dropped some fire.
Okay.
Really talented artist.
Her Big Twice. Shout out Big Twice.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mac Ream. Him and Big Twan just dropped some stuff.
West Coast offense. Always.
Yeah. They got some good music. They got some good music, man. There's a lot of good things happening on this Bay scene.
It is though, and we just need the world. The world bites from us and borrows from us.
Yeah.
But they don't praise us.
Not at all. In fact, sometimes they bite and don't even acknowledge the source.
On the beat. Mm-hmm.
But that's an interesting thing because a lot of people don't realize people like Too Short, Shakur Stewart on the executive side. A lot of the Bay Area infrastructure in the early 90s went to Atlanta, and they put people like Lil Jon, all of them on. Artists got signed that led to Jeezy. So a lot of Bay Area influence actually built the Atlanta infrastructure. And some people homage because that's why he's like a Lil Jon. Make sure to always feature E40 on this stuff. Outkast would speak about that. Artists like Gucci Mane, his number one selling market was the Bay Area. He actually sold more records in the Bay Area back in the days than he even did in Atlanta. So so some people did acknowledge it, but for the most part, people didn't realize that a lot of the talent in Atlanta was able to be seen because of Bay Area connections.
Right.
Now, what was the politics and stuff? Why the Bay didn't get the push, and still all these years later? Because there's some real talent out here.
Oh, definitely. There's definitely.
We
got the Bay got so much talent. I mean, and you look at all revenues, whether it's acting, comedians, rappers, singers, voiceover, screenwriters, dancing, directors, everything. We got the Bay got it. We should be our own Hollywood.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Will Yu. He's got a couple of movies that trended on Tubi, and he's got some on BET. But Will Yu and Tab Danger, they both cats from here in the Bay.
Salute. We gotta reach out. We gotta get them on here. Let's talk about.
Well, the thing is that one day Will said, "Man, me and Tab, we're about to move." In fact, their first movie, Broken Roses, Renee from Renee Moncada was actually in it, featured in a role.
Shout out to the Venus Lounge.
And it did some numbers on Amazon Prime. This is back in the days when it could go on Prime and then cross over. And they did some crazy numbers. And one day he said, "Man, we finna pack up to Atlanta." And about 6 months later, he called me and he said, "Hey, man, they don't want to let us in out there in the Bay." He said, "But by virtue of us being in Atlanta," he said, "with the hustling that you doing out there, if you brought that same exact hustle out here, you'll be sitting on a million in no time."
Right.
And he said, because he said we ain't doing nothing different out here in Atlanta than what we was doing in the Bay, and they wasn't letting us in the game. And now we come out here and we winning. We signing all kinds of deals. We getting production budgets that we never thought we'd imagine.
Yeah.
And but I can't get this up. So he was encouraging me to come out there, but I can't get this up, man. I love this, but it kind of confirmed my suspicions on that he was like,
"Zones kill dreams."
That's 100% true, but it confirmed my suspicion because he said we literally doing nothing different than what we was doing in the Bay.
Right.
But because now we got an Atlanta phone number and this and that, the whole industry is opened up to us.
Right. Yeah, that's dope.
Shout out to my cousin Anthony Moore, just tuned in.
Salute.
Big hand.
Also this weekend, ain't Fab doing his backpack giveaway? That's tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going out there for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So shout out to Fab for that, brother. Always doing the most for the city.
They're doing backpacks and what else they doing? They're doing something else too. Backpacks and. But I mean, they're giving away backpacks. I know it's gonna have school supplies and stuff. It's just not just giving you an empty backpack. Right. They putting supplies in. Oh, they're giving away 1,000 pair of shoes.
Boom. Okay.
Shoe Palace donated 1,000 pair of shoes. The backpacks. Of course, Steph Curry and all of them have also donated, and so it's gonna be a big thing. And this is the 21st annual. Mr. Fab been doing this for 21 years.
All right, if that's not consistency, I don't know what is. That man need to have a statue somewhere in the town.
Well, I know they got a mural, but I've seen people because for some reason, let me tell you, Fab's one of the coolest brothers ever. Yeah. And if he know you and there's something he could do to help you out, he will. It's 100% not a problem. That's one of the coolest brothers ever. And I've seen somebody say, why they got a mule to this dude? And I'm sitting there like, well, in my mind, because I didn't feel like really engaging with the person. But in my mind, I'm like, well, to y'all, he might just be Mr. Fab. But there's platinum songs with Chris Brown and stuff like that. And Tiger and all that. That's written by him. Yeah. So he has the industry accolades. And like I said, 21 years this man been working in the community. There's people that they name a whole day of the city after that ain't got 20 years of work in the community. Right. So because he's down to earth and he's accessible, y'all like to act like, oh, that's just Mr. Fab. Right. But that's really not just Mr. Fab. That's a dude who's really has put his heart and soul into this thing. So
exactly. Salute.
Give respect where respect is due.
Stop hating. The man doing his thing.
Because there's nothing to stop one of y'all from getting 2-3 backpacks together and go and knock on some doors in your neighborhood and say, hey, I know you're a single mom getting ready to get these kids to school. Here's a pair of shoes and a backpack for them. There's nothing stopping you from making moves. Your area great. Even if you don't have the resources and access that he has, you could take what you do have and do
volunteer
something.
To be a crossing guard, and if it's a hell of traffic in your area and the kids unsafe, you can.
And if you're not gonna do that, then go down to the backpack giveaway and call yourself being a monitor and walk around and tell brothers in the crowd be cool. And if they need somebody to go get water for the people that's actually standing there in the sun, do that. Basically, all I'm saying is get involved.
Chip in
or shut the. Because it's easy to criticize and talk about what they should have did and this and that, but you don't have the right to criticize or talk about what the cat should have did if you ain't in it.
True that. Now, criticize. One thing I don't criticize shit. You know me. I live and let live. But one thing I do want to say, and this is on some artistic shit. The show The Shy. This shit that fell off. I'm sorry.
This last episode when it ended, I went on. Every time I get through watching the episode, I go to Twitter to see how bad Cass is roasting it. And somebody said, the first comment I seen when you put in the Shy hashtag, somebody said, ain't nowhere in the world Chat GPT didn't write that episode.
And here's the thing, I hate to be the melanated dude to talk shit about a melanated project, something with us, but I'm sorry. I've said it. Remember, I've been saying shit about the show quietly for a while. I just don't make my opinion on it super public.
Right.
But I've been saying this shit for a minute, like this shit.
Well, at least they toned down the gay aspect because they was shoving that down your throat.
Yeah.
Pause.
But I was just like, this shit is falling off. I've been saying it. Everything, I'm like, you making everybody so interchangeable, or they're dealing with this person, and I'm like, all this shit don't make sense. I never wanted to be like, man, just end the show.
Right.
But it's like y'all.
Because
how you gonna fix this shit?
Shit's good. Plots is all over the place. But one good thing I can say,
I'm a fan of all the actors and actresses though. Yeah. I am that.
Seeing Reagan Gomez, Kyla Pratt, Jackie Long, Jason Weaver, to see all of them getting work again.
Right, I'm saluting all of that. So don't think
beautiful.
I'm hating on the actors and actresses. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm a big fan of all of them. Everybody doing the show. But I'm just like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all that's in the pin game and they're putting this shit together and saying,
plot is all over the place.
And you gotta make sure everybody sees why this person probably won't be on the show that much more. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go to California and play video games and and then y'all got rid of
the
Kevin's
show all
parents.
Over the place.
You got rid of Kevin's parents with no explanation.
Yeah.
Them two, but I mean they didn't have a reason to be on the show that much more anyway. To be honest, but
Bakari's sister just came and went.
Yeah, it's like wait a minute, all this shit. Dude,
they clearly killed Reg. I saw Reg die, and suddenly he got rid. Reg is a zombie.
When they brought this nigga back, I'm no diss to do. You know, salute to him because remember he left the show because he didn't want to play that role.
Yeah.
Of having and that's why they brought Luke James in.
Yeah. So basically, but see, here goes the thing with Luke James. So they got rid of Reg because he refused.
Mm-hmm.
Luke James said, "I'm okay with that."
Mm-hmm.
So Luke James comes in, and remember, Reg was ultra violent.
Mm-hmm.
So when Luke James first came in, he was knocking cats down. Mm-hmm. The whole mob was that. Now, suddenly, his character is getting cussed out by the pregnant woman. And
he had changed his heart.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's obviously two different writers. Because I mean, it's like the writers and then the pastor and just... It's like
I don't like this no more.
It's the and then you got the pastor.
That shit is it's too busy. I'm sorry.
It's too much going on.
It's too busy. It's too fucking busy. And they making sure everybody got what I would call significant plots and shit. It's like, dude, you don't have to do all that.
Suddenly, here's Papa for no reason other than I guess we forgot to put him in the episode.
Yeah.
This is my thing.
I'm sorry.
I'm one of them analytical cats.
Mm-hmm.
I really watch it, and I also remember what happened in season 2, season 3, right?
Right.
So I'm really up to speed, and the shit is getting confusing for me. So I can only imagine a cat that only watch it casually is probably lost its...
Yeah.
Yeah, the shy.
Yeah.
But one good thing is seeing some of them actors like the Jackie Long, seeing Kyla Pratt, seeing Reagan Gomez, seeing them get steady work and not have to participate in the buffoonery type shows.
Yeah, right.
You know, with Medea, Medea beats. Medea goes to the rodeo. You know, to see them getting
of loves and all that other
right.
bullshit.
So to see them talented actors and actresses who haven't been on the screen in a while, to see them in something and being able to play serious parts and that show off their skills, I do like that.
Right.
I like that because the only other option it seems like is the
buffoonery.
And the
everything
buffoonery or too
ratchet wild. You gotta be ratchet wild and doing some hoe shit.
Right.
But hey, I'm sorry, but that show.
They need new writers.
Man.
Well, it's too late. I think at this point,
it's over.
The shit went too far.
Yeah.
The next season is probably gonna be the last season because I don't know how much more you can milk this thing.
What you gonna do?
Maybe
everybody, it gives a. I think they might be leaving, and they just like something. We ain't telling everybody to leave, but we gonna fuck this shit up to where it's over.
Or take some characters, or hell, you got Kev out in L.A. Make a new series and spin off.
I don't even think you can. Who could you do? Because I mean, the shit. So what? You can't. You got Lala with Vic Mensa, which both talented. They whole thing is like
you could literally fast forward through their scenes and not miss nothing.
But that sucks because I like both of them. Even though they make her play every show she play a trollop, which I
literally watched her naked in the shot. Then I immediately turned on BMF and she was naked again, and I was
I need them to
Nice body.
Lovely.
You know, but
I'm not hating, but I just need y'all to stop doing her like that. Give her some.
And let's give Lala a role where she keeps her clothes on. Make her like a nice school teacher.
No disrespect, but I'm just saying. I advocate for our sisters, and it's a sister that is the head of the show, so you should be really. Never mind. Let me stop before I go on a tangent. Let me stop.
And then people get access.
Anyway, funny thing. Well, funny but not funny. Before we head up out of here, the WNBA games where motherfuckers was throwing fucking dildos, and they caught one dude.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but y'all just that's some cold shit. And think about it. The stadium has cameras everywhere.
Yeah, you can't get away.
So you sitting here literally doing some super dumb shit, and gonna get caught. Then you're gonna get banned for life, and more than likely then shit.
I mean, you throwing a dildo in front of children, so you might need to get arrested too.
The thing about that, the stadiums can get you, but the laws, are different. So depending on where you are, because you could end up, depending on where you at, indecent exposure or whatever, could get you fuck around and get you put on Megan's Law. Mm-hmm. Behind some shit you trying to do a prank. And the dude who got caught, he was trying to have a viral moment. And that's what's wrong with you motherfucking three-toed cephalopod ass motherfuckers out there that do anything for likes and views. You fucking around with your freedom and your future.
Yeah.
For clicks and and likes and views. That's what's wrong.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. We will be bland as fuck on here if we have to be, but we ain't doing no dumb shit for views.
Yeah. I mean, when people go out and get beat up for views, and
it's a prank. It's a prank, man.
While getting hammers.
Yeah, but, hey man, what you say, homie? What you say? Like, nigga, who you talking to? Nah, man, I'm just saying, why you standing there just looking the way you looking? Your mama dressed you funny. Nigga, my mama dead. So? Nigga, you finna get...
Man.
Oh, man, it's a prank, man. I'm just playing, man. It's cool.
Yeah, this is a prank, too.
Yeah. Them motherfuckers doing the shit where the motherfucker act like they sneeze on you and throw water on you. Like, nigga,
that shit will get you socked.
You gonna get...
That shit will get you socked. You wouldn't even... I'll see so much red that you would never... I wouldn't even be able to hear the words. It's a prank.
One of the realest shits...
Why prank me? Leave me alone.
Yeah,
I'm a black man in America. Don't fuck with me. Just let me go.
One of the rawest ones I remember, this is back in the day, this was years ago, and it was in Oakland. They was trying to prank some dudes, and dude got out, they was talking, they was saying something to do, whatever, and dude got out the car, had his shit on him and start to him. He's like, hey, it's a prank. He said, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, don't be playing like, we ain't out here with jokey joke, motherfucker. He had a gun, he's like, man, I could have fucking killed you. I was about to shoot your ass, dude. And they was like, oh man, it's a prank. He like, motherfucker, dude, fuck wrong with you? And I was sitting there like, you motherfuckers play too much. Like, I seen the shit when they going up the escalator, and motherfucker, I'm going up the escalator, and nigga you rub my hand, I'm gonna fuck around and, boy.
Stop playing.
Stop playing with people.
Especially people that are minding their own business.
Man, because you run around and motherfucker have... If a motherfucker have a bad day and having a moment and you beat him,
go playing,
and you do some shit, the straw that broke the camel back, and you gonna receive all that. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you might even get some licks that wasn't even meant for you.
Yeah, I know a situation where somebody did that. He used to, he would talk crazy to everybody, and it was commonly known. But there's one person he never joked with, and this person was sitting down. And he walked up and said some crazy shit to dude. And dude was like, what? And he crashed out. Man, and both of them lost their job.
Some people is just not to be played with.
Exactly. It's like, and the dude was just, this was a situation where that's just how he joked around with people. And he joked with somebody who he never joked around with. And dude was having a bad day and lost his shit.
Know who you joking with.
You got to stop playing with people. Everything ain't a joke. Don't get me wrong. You need to laugh every day. You need to. You need to. It's paramount to have some joy, laughter in your life, but at what expense?
Yeah, don't risk your health and your freedom.
To prank me doing the motherfuckers that do you driving prank. Nate, what's happening?
Shout out to Big Nate.
What's happening with it, bruh? Salute. Shit. What you got going? We got new movies. What we doing? What we got cranking?
Shout out to Boom.
Salute.
Hey, shots of Hennessy. Yeah, I remember that. That's a what? Hey, shout out to Nate. Nate is in the comments. Talking about the time we went to a comedy club and woo, man, boy.
Oh, man.
Nate got the event battling with the comedian on stage.
Oh yeah,
Man, I think a couple people wanted to sign Nate to a comedy contract. And then Delay was the comedian name. Woo! Nate pressed Jamie Foxx. We ain't gonna talk about that part, but yeah, Nate. Hey, man, we had a time.
Time was had.
It's not like being in a comedy club with some real ones, and then the Hennessy kick in.
Oh yeah. Blame it on the yak, baby.
Yeah, his name was D-Lie. In fact, he actually ended up being on Wild 'N Out. That was the comedian that you was battling. D L-A-I. But yeah, he ended up being on a Wild 'N Out cat.
Okay.
Yeah, because they was interviewing. In fact, the company that was there wanted to interview Nate afterwards, because they was like, dude, who is you? Because you was battling, you was taking they battled the comedians, pressed Jamie Foxx, like they applied pressure through the whole show. And you know how people start being like, hey, whose man's is this? Hey, who brought dude? Because dude is in here applying pressure.
We was at Tyrone's on Broadway one year, and it was my birthday. And yeah, so I know exactly what you're talking about. We did that shit. You know how they come out bagging on people?
Uh-huh.
And you know me.
That's what dude did.
You know me. I'm like, dude, go ahead, man. I'll give you this. Hey, same thing.
It's some ripped jeans. Dude was trying to roast in some ripped jeans.
Man.
It's like he looked around. It was almost like he looked around and was like, who is the nigga we should least fuck with? And then started trying to fuck with dude.
Nate, I feel you. I've done that. Matter of fact,
and it's like they look
Donald
around
Lacey
like,
was there that night.
Okay.
And I told him about it years later. We was here, and I was like, man, you remember this time? And he was like, damn. Because it was right after his daughter passed. And we was there, and it was my birthday weekend, dude. And one comedian came, and bang, I'm like, dude, chill. Got on him. Next one came out, it was like 4 of them in a row. And I'm like, dude, why y'all leave over here alone, dude?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm really not trying to fuck with y'all.
Do your set, man. Don't leave me
exactly,
alone.
Nate, the wrong one. I'm like, because I can bag my ass off. I'm a beast.
They tell you, go on, dude.
Exactly, like, chill.
And then dude tried to say some old sex play shit. It's like, oh, it was over with from there.
Hey, they came and they came after the managers, and then was like, hey, man, you ever thought about doing stand-up? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I said no.
This is just self-defense.
I don't.
Right?
Yeah, I'm a bagger. I fucks around, but I said no because I can never. I hate saying the same thing over and over, so I can never picture myself doing that.
Yeah.
But then we came back the next weekend, and the host was like, hey, don't fuck with that table. I was like, no, dude, we cool. We just chilling. We just having fun. I'm not saying I'm ignoring everybody tonight. But yeah, that's how that shit be, Nate. We gotta tell motherfuckers we ain't playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he came with that. Yeah, dude came with some old sex play, trying to insinuate some shit. But he was up there looking extra sweet, ripped jeans on. Think the nigga had on foundation, and I'm not even slander. Maybe they put some makeup on for the lie. I don't know. You know, I ain't just trying to just slander the man, but
salacious accusations.
Yeah. Had Jamie Foxx in there under pressure. Because, unfortunately, cats like, it's a lot of cats in Hollywood and places like that is, you see them come up with these great ideas and they execute things and they got these routines and shit, right? And then years later you find out that it was borrowed.
Oh, of course. They always steal shit.
Now, some people borrow shit, like the chick from The Chi. She did that movie Queen and Slim, and there was actually a dude who told her that idea, like at a party. She went and wrote a whole script and produced the money and produced the movie, and she actually went back and gave dude a story by credit. She wrote the script, but she gave, because it was originally dude's idea. But unfortunately, a lot of people in Hollywood won't do that. For instance, how they did Ron Newt with Empire, and they'll even make you sound like you some type of
weirdo
nut, right? And so basically, there was a cat that gave. To make a long story short, there was a cat that gave Jamie some inspiration on a couple of ideas, and Jamie went and kind of launched his career off of the shit. And he not only didn't get back to dude, he acted like he never met him. He didn't know nothing about him. Had the nigga sounded like he was a
buffoon,
a nut. And so Nate, being the real one that he is, so Jamie chilling, got at him, and
Eric LaSalle,
and you know, you hear these different stories, this and that, so you know how talented Jamie Foxx is. But you ever see a person's reaction to getting confronted, and you say to yourself, he did that shit. He did exactly what they saying. He did steal that shit.
Yeah.
And he was so shocked at being called out on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because most people surround themselves and isolate themselves enough from the whispers that they don't have to hear it.
Right.
And it's not put in their face.
But you know, being as this is Jamie Foxx, and he's this legend.
Right.
I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because, you know, he's this talented legend. But it was something about the look on his face that I said to myself, he did steal that man's shit.
I've seen hella shit where people stole people's shit. Remember fucking Steve Harvey stole people's shit. We've seen hella shit where people stole shit. Speaking of stealing people's shit, I don't know how true this is, but I just seen something about the female version of Friday. What's that shit?
One of them days.
Yeah.
Yeah, they getting sued.
Yeah, because that's somebody, and all they did was change one word.
Yeah.
You got to be careful, just like, even with us. Cognac Confessionals. Yeah. We've been doing this for a minute. There was two sisters that came up with their own little podcast called Cognac Confessions, and I had watched our shit, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, for real? I'm like, come on, man. Let's keep it a buck, man. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Imitation is a form of flattery, but goddamn.
Cats will borrow from you in this game.
You know?
The problem it is that if you borrow from somebody and you say, hey, I was inspired by your shit, or hey, here go writing credit or something like that.
I feel you, Nate. Tell you, run me my money.
Here go, you can respect it. Fuck it. Everybody gets inspiration.
Yeah.
But when a motherfucker get inspired by some shit, go on to make $1 million and then swear to God you never heard of that person.
Oh yeah, that's disrespectful. Shit. One of my closing lines for the show was paying homage to Eddie Murphy. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my. I'm just paying homage to one of the goats. I didn't come up with that. Got that from because that's my way of saluting. That's different. But you got motherfuckers that act like they did some shit, and the whole time That shit is word for word.
And let that be a lesson to y'all out there that if you're making music, like for instance in the music game, there was a rapper out of Mississippi that made a song called Never Scared. And somebody said to him, there's a new up and coming cat out of Atlanta called Bone Crusher.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get him on there, and he on Atlantic Records. So back in them days, the music came on what's called ADATs.
Mm-hmm.
You know about
tape.
this.
Oh yeah, I know about them ADAT tapes.
So, and you could track out the beat
and
this and that. So Bone Crusher then was like, send the tapes. So they fed extra tapes to him. Bone Crusher them liked the music. The people in the label liked it. So they said, fuck it. They erased Blood off of the tracks. Put Bone Crusher on there. They also, that was T.I.'s first time. They wanted to introduce T.I. So they had Bone Crusher lead the song off because he was the established artist. I can't even remember who was in the middle. And then they had T.I. Now the original dude, they erased all 3 of his verses.
Mm-hmm.
He listening on the radio because Bone Crusher never gets back to him, so he figured Bone Crusher declined to be on the song. He don't think nothing of it.
Mm-hmm.
One day he listened to the radio. Oh shit, that's my song because he can hear his hook.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Bone Crusher rapping, T.I. on it rapping, the shit go platinum. They was in court for damn near 8 years over that shit. Because they blatantly stole this man's. They blatantly stole this man's.
You gotta have receipts, man.
Here go even colder for you.
Mm-hmm.
Also from the state of Mississippi, there was a rapper who submitted his music to Bad Boy. Called himself Notorious Big or something. Whatever he called himself.
Oh yeah.
And next thing you know,
Juicy. Yeah.
Biggie Smalls is the Notorious Big, and this and that, kind of using dude imagery and everything. And now Big goes so big that when dudes started saying, "Hey man, they stole that from me,"
everybody was like, "Man,
he sounds stupid."
But he had receipts. He had receipts.
Yeah, I mean they do so much. There was a song. You remember the song group Militia? There was a group Militia. Exactly. The 2 dudes that you saw on the video and on the album is not the actual dudes rapping. Some other niggas gave that song to a manager. One of them went to jail. Another nigga was in the streets. Dude went and got a whole another 2 dudes did a photo shoot and had them up there lip syncing to this lip syncing to the song and traveling and touring. And they got on some. And the actual dudes was like, man, that's really us. And niggas was like, y'all sound crazy. Because we see it's them. We even saw the videos. Like, that's us. They just lip sync it to us. But the even worse one is, Long Beach had a nigga named Lil Half Dead.
Yeah.
And he was famous for being Snoop's homie. Snoop said his name in the song. I'm in a 2-man cell with my homie Lil Half Dead. Now here's the thing. Lil Half Dead didn't rap. He was just Snoop's literally homie from the hood. And somebody said, man, one day jokingly somebody said, Blood, the whole world know your name. Nigga, if you rapped, you could make hella money. Lil Half Dead's brother was a rapper. But they didn't fuck with each other. Because Half Dead's brother was a nigga. Half Dead was a khaki gangbanging nigga. His brother was actually a suit and tie nigga. They didn't even fuck with each other. But his brother came to Half Dead and said, hey, I got a whole album that I did. They literally went in the studio, had Half Dead rap along, and it was a struggle because Half Dead didn't have no rhythm. Half Dead rapped alongside his brother's vocals. Then the engineer went back in and erased the brother's vocals. So now you got a Half Dead album. They go to Priority. Priority gives Half Dead $250,000. Remember, it's his brother's raps, his brother's beats, everything like that. His brother like, we up. Half Dead say,
I'm up.
And left his brother for dead, right?
More to him, yeah.
Half Dead blow the buddy. The album actually sold, did some numbers, and he part of DPG. The label come back to him and say, hey, we'll give you, $300,000, isn't that right? Half Dead go back to his brother. Now remember, Half Dead didn't give him, but he didn't give him, not even like cheated him. He didn't give him a dime after $250. Half Dead go back to his brother. His brother like, fuck you. Oh shit, what I'm gonna do? So Havdid does what any player does. He goes in there and tries to rap himself. So the album he turns in with himself on it rapping was so bad. Priority shelved that shit, and that was the end of Lil Havdid. But it's harder to get away with it now because things are digital. You got digital track, this and that. But literally, there's such a long history in this industry behind the scenes of people literally taking someone else's music ideas, film ideas, and making millions off of it and not fucking with it. And unfortunately, a lot of y'all don't got a Nate that's gonna go in there and press the nigga that did it.
All right,
you just gonna get cheated.
Yeah, I mean, remember we sit here and talk because you super creative. I got shit and I share shit with y'all. Remember, for years I've shared shit and y'all be like, man, do that shit, and I be like, man.
They don't remember DDP.
Oh, DPD?
Yeah, DPD.
Yeah, DPD. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we've been doing this.
Doing this shit, you know? Matter of fact, I might go find a trailer of that shit and post that shit.
I loved it. Hey, cocktail hour.
Yeah,
hey, man, come on, man.
We've been at it, but I be having shit and I just be like, man. Like, so like, speaking of, like, you know, my poetry shit, my pen is on. So what I'm thinking about doing, and I'm telling y'all here, because I shared some of my shit every now and then. My thoughts of a Sagittarius or some of my Facebook posts and whatnot. Those is my original words, just concept. And it's just, I sit there, see a picture, and I just boop, 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 pen. Take a session, boom, there it is. Put it up. It's like, fuck it. I got a couple of journals that I'm like, you know something, let me just put all this shit out. But, you know, I got hella ideas. Remember I told you about, we'll talk about it. Never mind. We got, hey, no details, just results.
Hey, it's going to be, because you know somebody right now watching like, give me that.
Exactly why I don't, but I be wanting to say shit, but it be like, right. Nah, you niggas get that.
Let that be a lesson, y'all. Never announce your ideas or try to collaborate or work with somebody unless you have protections in place.
I'm gonna give you this is the real shit. This is no bullshit, no ego, no cap. 7th grade, I moved to the East Coast. I'm sitting there. East Coast school is way different than over here. So I got cats that I'm cool with. And I've always been, you know, I'm a thinker. I have cats that draw. I just come up with concepts and ideas. So I have in the Transformers, Legos and shit. I'm in the 7th grade. So this is just let you know, 7th grade. So I come up with the concept of I'm heavy into Transformers, triple changers. I got somebody that can draw like fuck. I'd give you the concept. You draw the shit for me. That's what we used to do. So we do all that. I share the shit he drawing. I got my main guy I'm fucking with that's drawing the shit. And I'm just coming, okay, this one do this, that, and boom, boom, boom. So it's another dude who, it was a brother. The main person I had drawing the shit for me was a white dude. Cool as fuck. Right? So one weekend he couldn't do something. This is my own fault. I can own my shit. I got impatient with some shit, so I shared the thought with the brother.
Which you should have been safe to do.
Thought, man, I'm fucking, I was 12, 11, 12. Right? Man, like here, this is what we doing, yada, yada, yada. Shit come up missing. There was no triple changers in Transformers Hasbro universe at the time. But a year or two later, they had fucking multiple changing Transformers. I'm like, fuck. Then 9th grade, I had a book with it was a book that showed the addresses and whatnot for all these companies, Activision, this, because I'm a video game head too. So I write program. Well, not write program, but I come up with concept of video games. All this shit, because we had just regular shit back then. There wasn't no the jerseys change and do all this. I'm writing all this shit out. Send the shit in. No receipts, no nothing. I had a baseball game, a football game. then I came up with the concept. But my football game was I called it 4th and Inches.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, man, players can get traded, this and that, and everything. Now years later, you got 2K and all this shit. Keep your receipts, and hey, all I'm saying is because I learned the hard way, so I'm reluctant on sharing shit.
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing you learned that lesson early,
dude.
Some cats don't
I get mad sometimes thinking of this shit. Like, nigga,
some cats don't learn that lesson until the mortgage is on the line.
Man,
it's
I'm very reluctant.
7:30.
Yes, yeah. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Hey, you can find me across the board at Feral Films, and next week we got Diamond the Solid One's artist.
Yeah, she got an artist, Boss Donna, I believe, is supposed to be on next week with us. Hopefully Flodge will be here.
Shout out to Flodge.
Shout out to
Flodge Real doing this thing.
Yeah, taking care of business. What we looking for, like, for you, the movie scene? What we doing? You got
right now we just getting ready to drop her story to tell. We just got the QC report, so there's a couple things that we got to fine tune in the editing, and then it'll be out there. And then we got a series starring Chrissy Cola and June Bailey and Freaky Nikki called 304, and it's gonna be a gritty look into the world of sex workers.
Okay.
It's gonna be it's gonna be pretty good.
That's what's up. Where they can find you on social media?
Hey, across the board, you can find me at Feral Films.
All right, you can find Camouflage at Camouflage Rail, KAMMAFLAGE.
Yeah.
You can find me at Cognac_Confessionals on IG, Cognac Confessionals on YouTube and Facebook. But you can always find me.
Say, where else can they find you?
You know what I'm saying? In your chick James, because that's where I reside. But more importantly, you can find me in the universe, the bosom of the universe, because that's where I call home. Hey, shout out to Nate. Nate,
we still finna do that.
We need you to get here, Nate. We've been talking about this. We need to get you here. We need to make that happen.
Let's have Nate and Lori come at the same time.
That's what's happening too. And matter of fact, that vibe, they got Cognac and Conversation coming up with Tamara the Brand.
Yeah,
that's coming up soon.
Be on the lookout for that. EMP is going to be helping to promote that. It's going to be a pretty big show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and guess what? This is me paying homage to one of the goats, as I always do every show. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, catch y'all next week.